Hello and welcome back to Factorio C Block. For the last several episodes, we've been working on this new build for making all the different crystal splinters, and I think we're going to finally get it done today. This is one of those sort of grand builds similar to the one we did for the bio sample thingies that I can never remember the name of that are being used in the other green signs. And yeah, this is another one of those things where there's just so many moving parts and it's just so complicated, and putting it together again seems like a lot of work, and it is, but it's also worth it because you get this huge working factory. But before we go back up there, I wanted to show you that I had remembered, as part of getting things ready for what we're going to work on today, that I had this box of sodium hydroxide sitting here that was going to slowly fill up. And so I have put it out here onto this belt that is returning it down to the factory where it's be used. Obviously it's going to be used in here to make aluminum, but it's also being made in here, way down here, for the paste process. So I've added it in as a feedback belt, forcing it into there, and then of course it gets split off into here to make the paste, which is I think still getting made. Yeah, it's still getting made, and all the other things. I do have only a tiny bit of sulfur being made here, and so I may end up tweaking the sulfur conglomerator build, but we're also going to have a whole bunch of sulfur to pipe and or belt down there, so we'll probably just deal with that accordingly. Yeah. Actually, I might be able to... yeah, I think we're going to end up piping down the sulfuric wastewater, and then we'll probably end up recycling that in place into the appropriate sulfur, and then just, probably sinking the remainder of products. But we don't have that happening really right now, actually at all right now. So I think that's what we really need to do, is to set that up and get that working. We had it for a while, and then we did away with it, but I think it's time to do it again. Rather than sinking this stuff right away, doing that and using that, or turning that into product would be, I think, the better use of that, rather than sinking it. It's still sinking, but not sinking until maybe like 24K, rather than 22 or 23, where we're at 23 probably, where we're at right now. So we'll take a look at that at some point, or maybe I'll do that off camera and just show it. But we're back up here again. We did hook up this the last time and this the last time. This is all that's going in here, so we're done with that. Coming in here is glass? No, paste. This is paste here. This is glass here, so we'll hook those two up next. We need to grab a copy of one of these. We can do that there. That one's going to have a power pole in the way. I guess I should have had the power poles be one space out further, but that's okay. I can probably do... Nope, I'm going to move all those power poles out one more space. Or left one more space. And that means, of course, moving all of this. And all of this. Which isn't actually that much because, well, we're there right now. There. And there. And that lets me have a better series of underground connections here, because I can just do another one there. Alright, so glass on the bottom, paste on the top. Back to this, not that, but this. There. I did bring them all up, but not all the way up. So they're right around in here someplace. There's paste and glass right next to each other, actually. Paste goes past glass, of course, because I did things. And we'll go like that. We'll bring you like this. That'll do. This will do like this. And then you could have one of these and one of those and one of those. Who is... actually, nobody's in there. That's the first two belts. Okay, good. That should do. Glass goes in there. Paste goes in there. We'll have an output here of something or other, but it's an overflow output, so we're okay right now. This is the sulfuric wastewater, actually. And then here we have the output of the... that's backwards. Of the sodium hydroxide. I keep going with sulfur for some reason. Which is going to go down... Is that the belt there? That is... And that other one has emptied itself out. It doesn't produce that much, but it had been building up in there over time, so it was probably best to take care of it before it became an issue. I'll do this just in case we happen to have more coming out. Red flag that, of course, and we'll do this, that, this, and that. And that'll take care of those, wherever they are in the line. I think I just saw them right there coming through. Maybe I didn't. I have no idea where they're at. They're in there somewhere. There they go. I just saw them that time for sure. And then in here we have coming in, this is the mixed ores for the red. Do that also. Glad I grabbed a bunch of these before I started the episode. I don't know if I'll have enough. I'm glad I grabbed a bunch. I definitely wouldn't have had enough if I hadn't. One more. You go here. And I brought all the belts up this far, but I could have brought them up a little bit further. It's fine though. That goes in there, and I think that's all the inputs. Let's take a quick look here at our plan. Steel's coming in. Silicon ingots coming in. Charcoal coming in. We got to deal with steam possibly, but I think we might be okay there. Paste, yes. Glass, yes. Both of the ores, yes. Water and heavy mud water. Viscous mud water. Whatever that kind of mud water is. That's all the inputs. And then the outputs we've got to deal with are myriad. We have 4 things going into boxes. We have sulfuric wastewater, which needs to come out. That's right here. That's going to need to get put onto our fluid bus, which is right in here. So I think do that. And then I'm going to have to do it all because this is not 2.0. There, and then here. That could probably move. Do I want to bother with it? Yeah, I do. I don't, but I do. Connected by other means, but that's okay. No, you don't. And you were right there, actually. That's good. There, I guess. That. Yes. And that's going to be an overflow thing, like I said before, so that's going to be fine. Who's next here? Sodium hydroxide we've already hooked up. Hydrogen gas needs to be an overflow situation too, because it's red. That's how you know it's an overflow, because it's red. Because some of it's being used and some of it's not. That's hydrogen gas there, but also here. I think what we'll do is another one of those tanks. Small storage tank, yes. I'll just put it down here. And then we'll do an overflow valve out of that. And into, maybe we'll put it this way with it. And we'll put the vent in right there next to the thing, because why not? I made a couple of vents. I'm not sure if I made enough vents or not, but I made some vents. And we'll deal with the more we need later. We need more. Let's see. Somebody's still not working because we're still not heated up here yet, but that could just be a connection thing. Then we need to deal with the mineralized water. That's coming out right here. That's right here. We have to deal with that. We also have this sulfur, hydrogen sulfide gas. Those are both right there. Those both also need to go on the fluid bus. And so what I think I'm going to do is do doot and doot, and we'll do that. Actually, what I could have done, this, although that really didn't help me a whole lot at that point. There, there, and there. And pipe. I'm glad I also grabbed some extra underground pipes. We'll need those too. These can continue on down to wherever they need to go for recycling. That'll take care of those 2 things. And then we have purified water needs to be overflow sunk. So we could do the same thing there. We'll do another tank here, and then we'll do a one of these kind of vents after an overflow, of course. There, I don't think that's going to fit. It does not fit, but we could just do something like this and that, and that'll be fine. Oh, you're already sinking, huh? That didn't take long. Nitrogen gas, that's probably what was holding us all up, was the purified water backing up these saline water, because we have so much excess purified water here. Nitrogen gas, is there an issue with purified water being created elsewhere? There is. Sulfuric acid is creating purified water too. That could be problematic. I may need to put underflow valves on all of these outputs, because if you are outputting, no, you're inputting. Wait a minute. Or outputting and inputting. Oh, here. Okay, yes. Then I do need some underflow or some pop-ups. Here. 3 of those. Those will go right in here. This will be fine. There, and there. That way, these will not overproduce the purified water by stopping this, or and by in effect stopping this. And then we need from that back up here. The nitrogen gas, we just talked about that, and I didn't do it. Then we also have to sink the heavy mud water. Nitrogen gas is here. We could do the same. Not quite. Do that one up here. Need another tank. That's this one. And then we do an overflow also. Did I have any more of those made? Don't. Okay. Here. And then you can do this. Good. And that's so that we can have the right amount of oxygen. I already dealt with you, but we got to deal with the heavy mud water yet, which is right here, and that needs to be sunk out as well. And for that one, we can add a little bit more. That'll be fine. Where'd you go? There you are. Do that. We can do this. We can do another overflow valve and another pipe right in there. Good. Hopefully that takes care of everything. Now we just got to figure out what's holding us up. Well, this is holding us up. You know what? Why don't you come down one? Then let's come down this way and around that so I don't have to fiddle with it. And that needs to go out to the bus to get returned down, way down into, not way down, sorry, into here somehow. We could just go right across there, I suppose. It would be some shenanigans here a little bit, but I think I can handle that shenanigans just fine. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll go down here parallel to sodium hydroxide. That'll be kind of like a return bus situation. And then we'll have to deal with our fluids as well, coming back. There-ish. And then let's take this, turn it around. There, and also there. And also here, there, there. Here, there, and I think I ran out. Oh, I did. Okay. Let's see. Let's run this belt this way. Not there, but there. Not that way, but this way. No idea if that will require some kind of a of another input later, but we'll just parallel this thing here and use the time to get down here. Use the building of this to get down here to pick up some more undergrounds. We're gonna pick up some of our belts too, anyway, so it's fine. And that's gonna go in wherever that wherever that belt was right there, which we're out of belts. Another stack of belts. Another stack of that. Alright. And then this can go in right in here. We'll do these again. That'll be here. This one like this. And it might have to change later if I have stuff coming in from the other direction. Okay. And actually, since that's the case, we can just... We don't need the distance on that one. No, wait, that doesn't go there. Not go there. That goes... Here, there. Almost screwed it up. And this will come this way. And I'll need to do a yellow underground for this one. This can get switcherooed. Yellow there. put a splitter in here. I'll do a left red flag on that one. No, I don't need that. I just need this. There we go. That works for me. That works for you. That works for me. That goes in there. That would have been bad to have forgotten. And then we'll come back out here and finish that belt. Up top. And I think I'll just merge it in like I'm doing with these here. Just in case for later. We've got a lot of crushed stone to manage now. Oof. And then you're going to be one of these. There and there. Come on in. Actually, it's not a lot because it's backed up now. So now we got to figure out what's holding us up from starting. Not either of these two waste products, so I'm okay for right now there. This... I might need to pre-seed something here. Let's go down this way. You have no purified water, because I didn't hook it up. Just one. Let's do it like that. That does that. That does this. You're missing stuff from down here. You don't have enough of this because you don't have enough of that because you don't have enough of this because you're not getting saline. Why not? Oh, I can't do it this way. These are constantly producing... Oh dear, this is going to be convoluted, I think. This needs to overflow whenever saline's not enough. Yeah, so this needs to be a pump then, I think. So that I can configure it. And then another tank in that case. I can put that tank on saline. And I can do overflow the purified water. Red wires. Pump. Good. Pump. 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 Whenever saline is less than, I don't know, 500? I think those tanks hold 1,000. No, they hold 2,500. Whenever the saline is like 15, or less than 1,500, that'll overflow the purified water so that we can make sure we get enough done. The only issue now is, can that thing keep up? Looks like it can. Maybe. No, I need another one of these. Suppose I could put it over. No, I couldn't. Back. Okay. And then you need power, of course. And that'll reduce that quite a bit more. These things will flow when it's 80%, so as long as this keeps below 2,000, we should go... No, that's fine. You're stockpiling yet? Getting there. Getting there. This might be okay now. You're able to keep it not hitting 2,000. That's good. That's the important part. This might just take a few minutes to stabilize, though. So that should give us saline, which gives us this, which gives us that. Eventually, there, that one's going. Gives us this. Loud. Gives us this eventually. See it pulling those out now, pulling these into here now. Those are good. This is still missing alien spores. Alien spores will need depleted artificial fish. What? Oh, hey, fish. That'll do it, Wally. Can we catch some fish? These? No, that's Levax. Derp fish. That's regular fish. Santa Ray. There's one. That's what they look like. Go, get fish. Go fishing. Thank you. Go, fish. Not there. Go fish. Here. How many do I need? A lot. Oh, I can't walk through that? Of all the squeak-throughs that I can do, I can't just squeak through that. That one. I can go raid the other fishing stuff, too, because they're going to have a surplus. It's a long way away, so if you do it this way, it's probably better. What is that? Not enough. 9. But I think I'm going to have to raid that because there's not enough of these. Unfortunately. Okay. Just go get those real quick. We can get this thing kicked off and going. I've totally forgot I should have gone fishing before I started this. Would have been smarter. I'd like to get at least like 2 per, and I have like 20 something. Oh, I'd like a few more. Pull that off. Should be good. At least gets us started, and that's the important part. It's getting started. How badly is that crushed stone gonna do now, though? I may not have enough processing of that. We may have to do something like this where we turn the crushed stone into mineralized water in order to successfully deal with some of it. I'll have to figure that part out. Down the road. So I think we can do that, right? Not that. This. Crushed stone usage is mineralized water. Yes, we might have to liquefy it if we don't have enough to sink it into stone and bricks. We have to liquefy it. We were already doing that anyway, I think, but we may have to do it more. Increase it, whatever. Okay, let's go here in between and do. You're not kicking off. They don't have nutrient. Oh, I need wheaten too. Okay, I'll be right back. And we're back. I grabbed wheaten seeds, which I think should do fine enough. A bunch for you and a bunch for you. Oh, you need soil too. Can I compost something that I have in my pocket? I didn't think about that part either. I think I can compost. Also to pick up some more wood someplace, but I've got plenty of stuff to do in the meantime, and that's fine. That composts, that makes this and that. You can have like half of this mud each, and we can get rid of that. Hopefully that kicks this off. You have a bit in stock here. This should get these guys going. Should need seeds for a while, which is good. Means the seed thingy can catch up. How much do you guys need to get started? 5? Okay, well we're gonna go and put some more fish in, some more ponds here. Where did I leave off? No, yes, 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 no. Okay. So, this one? And 2 of them need actually meat. So, for whatever I have left over, that can become our meat seed here. Not that there won't be fish on the line here for them to make meat from, but This gets us ready to go for now. Right, you're growing. You're producing. You're seeding, but you're going to back up your seeds real fast because you're not able to put into here. As long as this gets its share, make into mud, or soil rather, we should be okay. This might not be fast enough. Let's check that factor there. You need to put how much into here? Oh, not very much at all. Okay, it's just right now. It's fine. It's just going to get backed up, and then everything will stabilize. Did we get any in here? Not enough to make any nutrient yet. Yeah, this is a spin-up process here. Yeah, you've stabilized over here too. Good, we got plenty of saline. That stopped at 1.5k, which is what I expect. That's at 2 because that's where it's going to stop at, because these won't fill it up anymore. That gives this a little bit of a buffer to fill in. And we'll have to be able to deal with this fluid here yet. You will also need to output your sulfur into there. That's good. Any surplus sulfuric wastewater goes out here. That's good. I think we're okay. We just have to wait for this to get spun up fully. And you need 20 wheaten to make corn. And then that makes... 10 corn, which is 2 crafts here. There we go. That should get us some fish. Wait a minute. These need 4 each. 2's not enough. Okay. That one. These ones are fine because they're the meat ones. There we go. Got half of them started. And they'll produce a bunch of that water. And then these meat ones will produce the extra fish. I hope it works out balanced-wise. I hope. This will go all the way around before it comes back to here to make more meat, though. Which might actually be a problem. I may have to go get more fish. It might not hold out. We'll see how that works. I'm really not sure. And I still need to wire these up. It's that logic we talked about. I think I will fiddle with that, and we can talk about that in the next one. This is going to take a little bit of time to get spun up. So I think what we'll do in the next one is we'll see this thing working, hopefully. We'll also see... Oh, you. Not you. No, this is fine, because these will produce the crystal powder from here. From these, from the water. It comes from these, which need that goop. Coming from this, which is coming from that. Yeah, that's okay, I think. Those will have to all come together. No, though, I don't think I have this hooked up to that. I don't. Do this. This comes down. That. Oops. That would have been a little bit of a problem. We were producing the polluted water, but it wasn't going anywhere. There we go. All right, so that should kick those last processes off here now. Hopefully, this one's chugging away, and that should get us ready to go. So in the next one, we'll see this thing going. We'll set up these things to hopefully work. I'm going to break the lines for right now. We'll set those up to work with that logic. And we'll kind of see the final bits of this as it gets kind of spun up and ready to go. But, as I said, that's going to take a little bit of time for it to happen, so we'll leave this here. And if the next one is really short, I do have a couple of really short things we can do, or at least one or two. That sulfur thing and at least one other one. So we can take a look at those next time as well. But for now, we'll leave this here. We'll call this a working system. It just won't be fully optimized and fully seeded and something yet. But we'll see. So thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.